What's up, fellas? Welcome to this presentation. The topic for this video is how to get the girl. I'm going to simplify this for you in the most simplest way I can possibly make it. You get the girl by becoming the man or demonstrating that you are the man who can lead her to the experiences that she wants in life. Period. That's how you get the girl. So if there's a girl that you want right now, you have to demonstrate to that girl that if she gets with you, she will have the experiences she wants in life. So you need to pay attention to where does her attention go? What is she looking for? What does she value? What does she find valuable? Because that is how you get her. That is how you seduce her. I mean, let me ask you this. How would a girl seduce you? Besides being like physically attractive, if she demonstrated that she could help you experience the kind of life that you want to have. Like, let's say you're trying to make a certain type of money. Let's say you want to make $1 million and a girl shows up and she's beautiful as fuck and she is a millionaire. She's gonna get your attention, okay, right away. Like, no, all she has to do is demonstrate that she truly is a millionaire and that she's beautiful and that she will be submissive and compliant and she'll be all about you. You're gonna fall in love very quickly because she is demonstrating what you value. She's demonstrating that if you get with her, you're gonna have the experience you want in life. So it's the same thing for women. You have to demonstrate that if she gets with you, she's gonna have the experiences she wants in life. Now, a lot of that for women is the emotions. Why do women want certain, go towards certain experiences? Because of the emotions that come with it. Like, a woman will go to a concert of some celebrity or whatever because there's certain emotions she's gonna feel if she goes to that concert. A woman will go and go to the club or whatever and shake her ass or whatever because of the emotion. Like, there's emotions that she is seeking. So you have to become a beast at creating these emotions for women. You got to become an emotional communicator. When you communicate, when you step up, people need to feel emotions. You don't want to just be like the guy that's like lukewarm, that's neutral. Like, you got to be polarizing. That means you're going to repel some girls. You're not for every girl, but you are for some girls. So the girls that you want, you got to become that guy that they're looking for. Like, literally, you got to become the guy that they're seeking. So you got to look at what do these girls value. But get to the core of it. Don't look at like the shallow aspect, because there's some girls out there that are looking for a specific kind of guy. Right? There's a lot of girls out there that are looking for a specific kind of guy that has a specific kind of character, right? And the guy who's the most amplified or the highest value in that specific niche, that's who she's going for, right? So, for example, the reason why I talk about being grounded in your masculinity and being a beast and stuff like that, because there's certain girls that go for that kind of guy, and that's the kind of guy that any man can become, right? Like, any man can work on his masculinity. Any man can work on being more grounded. That's why I teach this stuff. I'm not going to teach you to be a pretty boy, because not any guy can be a pretty boy. I'm not going to teach you to be, I don't know, some super rich guy, because not everybody's going to be super rich. I'm not going to teach you to be super high status. Not everybody's going to be super high status, but any man can work on becoming grounded in his masculinity. Any man can work on expressing himself authentically. Any man can work on becoming a leader. Any man can work on becoming a sexy archetype. You can make yourself sexy, right? You just look at how you look at how you talk, you look at how you carry yourself, and you just improve on it. Like, you apply your intelligence. You're like, okay, how can I improve my style? How can I improve my physique? How can I improve my communication? How can I improve the way I carry myself? How can I improve the lifestyle that I have? You know what I mean? You just improve and you keep getting better. And as you get better, the quality of women you attract increases, right? So, for example, I know some guys I speak to, they're getting women, but they're not getting the women at the level that they want. So you just got to level up. You level up. If you're getting women, that means, okay, you're doing something right. You're getting some women. Now you need to level up. If you're not getting any women, that means you really need to level up. You need to step your game up. There's certain things that you're doing wrong that you can start improving on and working on. And you gotta become, you can't show up to the girl and try to get her to like feel sorry for you. You gotta show up, and you gotta show up as a king, man. You gotta show up, and she has to look at you and be in awe. She has to be like, oh my God, he's so amazing. That's how you have to show up. But how do you show up like that? You show up with value, valuable traits, valuable characteristics, valuable abilities, power. What can you create? What power do you have? What experience can you create for people? What emotions can you help people to experience? Can you help people experience joy? Can you help people experience love? Can you help people experience hope? These are emotions that people are seeking, by the way. If you can become the kind of guy that can help people experience these emotions, or since we're talking about women, if you can help women experience these emotions, you could get women. But you got to actually be able to trigger these emotions somehow, whether it's through your communication, whether it's through the experience you give them, whatever. There's certain emotions we want to feel. So you got to get good at that. Like me, I help people feel confident, right? I help when people get around me, I boost them up. I make them feel more confident. I make them feel more positive, more optimistic. I make them feel like they're important, right? I listen, right? You pay attention. You stop worrying about yourself, and you start to think, what emotions does this girl want to feel? How can I make her feel good? How can I make her feel like that I care about her, But not like in a weird way, like, oh, I'm just trying to get some pussy. Like, how can you make her feel like it's not just about her pussy? Right? Because that's what they're looking for. Every guy is coming to them like trying to get their pussy, man. You can't be one of those guys. You got to be different. You got to show up like, I don't even really want your pussy. Like, I get pussy all the time. And maybe you're not getting pussy all the time, but you need to believe that. You need to have an abundance mindset. Because if you understand the law of attraction, the way how you start thinking and the way you start feeling, you will attract that to you. So if you're not in abundance right now, but you start believing that you are and you tap into your imagination, you will start to attract it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Right? You start, because it's the metaphysical world. The metaphysical world, that's where everything starts. That's the world we cannot see. The only thing we can do is we can close our eyes and we can visualize it. But if we open our eyes, we don't see it because it's not in the physical world. But if we manifest it, meaning we start triggering the law of attraction, we start thinking about what we want. We start feeling it. We start getting into the emotion, the feeling. Why do you want that thing? Right? Why do you want that girl? Right? How is it going to make you feel? Is it going to make you feel more confident? You're going to feel more accomplished? Are you going to feel more... You know what I mean? Whatever the feeling is, you want to start going into and start visualizing it. This guy was telling the story of how he wanted a girlfriend, so he started pretending that he had a girlfriend already. Like he said he was at work one day, and his boss was like, "Hey man, can you stay for work a little bit longer?" And he was like, "No man, I can't stay for work a little longer. I promised my girlfriend that I was gonna take her out, man. I don't want to disappoint her." He didn't have a girlfriend. But he was visualizing it. He was acting as if. And this guy, he manifested it. Like, I've seen his girlfriend now. He manifested a very beautiful girlfriend. But he tells the story of how before he had his girlfriend, he used to pretend. He used to imagine that he had a girlfriend. And then he manifested it. Right? So that's what you want to do, man. And just to bring it back, like, okay, so the girl, like, she is seeking value. She's not seeking, like, here's where guys fuck up. They think when a girl is into you, you have to remember this. She's not just into you to be into you. She's into you because there's something of value that you're demonstrating. It could literally just be your character, which is what you want to work on, because that's actually very powerful. The way you are, your personality, your confidence, the way you carry yourself. It could literally just be that. It could be your potential. Sometimes a girl will be into a guy because she sees his potential. It could be your hustle, like she sees you moving forward, right? There needs to be some kind of value there. That's how you get the girl. She has to look at you and see, if I get with him, there's a certain result I'm going to get. There's certain feelings I'm going to get. And it's not like she's going to think about this logically. You have to trigger it. That means you have to start creating that feeling. When you approach a girl, you got to ask yourself, what emotion do I want to trigger in this girl? because you're going to get her based on the emotion that you trigger in her. And you're not going to get her based on the emotion you trigger in her. So if you trigger an emotion of her boredom, you're not going to get her. You trigger an emotion of her like kind of happiness, that's not enough. Like, you got to trigger in her excitement. You got to trigger in her, like, you know, joy, peace, love, awe, shock, mystery, whatever, like these feelings that she doesn't normally get. And if you can trigger that as a stranger, like, very quickly, she because you're giving her a taste, you're giving her a sample. So she's like, wow, if I felt those emotions just in that small interaction, I wonder what would happen if I, like, spent more time with him. Like, me, my thing is, I want to trigger in the girl. I want her to feel like my goal is to raise her vibration, like raise her frequency, right? Like, I want her to feel like she's high, right? And so how do you do that? You move the emotions around. Like, I may start off a certain way. I might start off kind of smooth, like, hey, I thought you were attractive, I wanted to come and say hi. I might start smooth, and then I might go in a different way. You know what I learned the other day? I was reading this book, right? It's about ancient Greek culture. Now she's like, wait, what? Is this guy talking about ancient Greek culture? Yeah, I was reading this book. And actually what's interesting is what I learned in this book. This girl, the other day, I was talking to this girl, and she actually told me what I learned in this book. So this just confirmed, like, some kind of, the universe is trying to tell me something. Because, like, the girl told me about it, then I read the book, and now I'm telling you. Anyway, so here's what like, you're creating, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's what you want to do with the girl. You don't want to walk up to her, like, all serious, like, you know, I thought you were attractive, I wanted to come and say hi. Or definitely you don't want to walk up nervous, like, excuse me, wanted to come in. You know what I mean? Like, you got to ask yourself, what is the communication? Like, what is the vibe? What is the feeling you're creating for this girl? Put yourself in her shoes. Like, imagine somebody approach you. Like, if they make you feel like, yo, this, like, if they're coming off weird or awkward or shy, shit like that, you're going to be like, yo, I'm busy, man. But if they show up and they show up like a king, like, imagine a king walked up to you, like a legit king, you'd be like, whoa, you'd be all eyes. You'd be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, you know? So you need to figure out how to create that effect. It's this effect of pay attention. There's value here. Pay attention. This is an experience. Not, oh, here we go, somebody's, you know, trying to sell me something, or, oh, here goes one of these guys. You know, like, you don't want to... Bro, you got to become a sexy beast, man. You got to start working on yourself. Like, look at your attributes. Like, how can you stand? Like, when you show up, you got to stand out. But not in a bragging way. Like, just your body language, the way you carry yourself, the tone in your voice, right? The look in your eyes. Like, you need to stand out, right? But you need to let your beingness do the talking. Like, it's not like you go around and you're like, hey, I'm the shit. You know, you don't do that. It's your vibe. Your vibe just communicates that. Your vibe, your style, it's the shit you've done before you approach the girl. Like, you get the girl before you even approach her. It's all the shit you did up until that point. Like, here's a good example. Like, if I went through my day feeling like shit, meaning I woke up late, right? I didn't wake up at the time I said I was gonna wake up. I didn't set my goals. I didn't work out. I didn't do what I was supposed to do. I was making excuses all day. And then I go and approach a girl. That's the vibe that's going to be created. Like a sloppy piece of shit dude that didn't do nothing for the day. And she's going to feel that. It doesn't matter how I dressed or how I look. If that's the vibe, if I create a vibe of, yo, a piece of shit guy just walked up to her, she's going to be like, yo, get the fuck out of my face. Like, that's, you know, she might not say that, but that's like how she's going to feel. Like, yo, get away from me. But if I was doing my shit all day, I worked out, I did my shit, I was serving, I was helping people, I changed people's lives for the day, you know what I mean? I did all this shit, and now I approach her, it's a different energy. I'm gonna approach her, I'm like, yo, a kid, like, I'm actually gonna feel like, yo, this girl is lucky that I'm approaching her, right? Because I did all this shit up until this point, right? So I feel like I deserve this girl, right? Like I feel like, yo, of course she's gonna want me. And if she doesn't want me, she's foolish. That's the vibe. So that's what we need to work on. And that is how you communicate value, right? It's the shit that you've done before. So think about it, man. Like whatever girl you want, ask yourself, what kind of guy is she looking for? What kind of experiences is she looking for? What kind of emotions does she want to feel? And then you got to just become a beast at that. It's as simple as that, man. It's as simple as that. You got to become a sexy beast, a sexy archetype. The kind of guy that shows up and women are like, women want to approach you. Like women, a lot of times women won't approach guys because that's like, you know, it takes a lot of confidence and shit. But you want to be the kind of guy that women, like, they're looking at you like, man, I should probably go talk to him. That's a dip, but that's how you got to think. Guys aren't thinking like that. They have these small limiting beliefs like, oh, I hope I can get a girl and shit like that. No, bro, you need to see yourself as a king, right? You need to change your frame. Start looking at it differently. You are the prize. But if you don't feel like the prize, then become the prize. Start working on yourself, right? The way how I feel, the confidence or, the way how I communicate, it wasn't always like this. I worked on myself, okay? I used to be on the opposite side of the spectrum in the sense of I wasn't getting any girls. I was super shy, introverted, lacking self-esteem, all these different things. But I decided to change my condition. And I didn't look for the quick, maybe in the beginning I did. I probably did try to find a quick fix and a magic pill and all that shit. And I realized there is no quick fix. There is no magic pill. You actually have to become the man who gets the girl. If you want the girl, you got to become the man who gets the girl. It's as simple as that. Some guys, I guess you could say they were lucky or fortunate to be naturals. I was not a natural. I had to work on myself, right? So if you're not a natural, that's okay. You just work on yourself, right? And the great thing about being a man, it's not all about looks. Like with girls, they gotta make sure they look good. Like if a girl's ugly, she shows up with a lot of money, nobody gives a shit. Yo, you're ugly, right? Whereas a guy can actually legit be ugly, but if he shows up with other value, like he shows up with confidence, he shows up grounded in his masculinity, could express himself authentically. He's a great communicator. You know what I mean? He stands up for himself, right? He can handle shit tests. Right? He's been there, done that. He's mature. He's emotionally stable. Right? He's a protector of loved ones. He's a leader of men. He has pre-selection. Like if he shows up with all these values, he can get girls. And so that's what's great about being a man is all we got to do is work on our character. We just got to become a better man. We want the girl, just become a better man. And it may take time. Sometimes you got to play the long game. Like there's certain girls I'm talking to, I'm playing the long game with them because I realize they're looking for certain kinds of values. So, okay, let me work on that, right? If the girl's worth it, right? Some girls are not worth it. Some girls may be worth it. And if she's worth it, it gives you an opportunity to evolve. That's how I see it. I'm not like, oh, if I don't get a girl right off bat, I'm not complaining like, oh, that girl's a bitch or whatever, or she's stupid or whatever. No, I'm like, okay, let me, all right, bet. I'll see you in a month. Or I'll see, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to be evolving. A month later, I'm not going to be the same guy. Impossible. Because I'm always evolving. How do you evolve? Right? You get smarter. You get more knowledge. Right? You develop more skills. Right? You work on your habits. Right? You look at your aesthetic. You make your life more aesthetic. You make your look more aesthetic. Right? Not pretty. It's aesthetic. Like it looks cool. Like I've designed a character that looks cool. Right? Visually appealing. I'm not trying to be a pretty boy, but I've created a look that's visually appealing. Right? And that's what you want to do. You want to create a look for yourself that's visually appealing. You want to hit all the senses that you can. The looks, what she sees, what she smells, get some great cologne, right? What she hears, work on your communication, right? What she feels, maybe you want to get some muscles, go ahead, get some muscles, man. Whatever you got to do, man, just beast out, amplify everything. And then I'm telling you, once you get to a certain point, it's like it becomes easy, right? You just show up and the girls will, a lot of times, they'll try to seduce you, right? If you do this shit correctly, you literally get to a point where girls will like be trying to seduce you, right? Like they'll start sliding your DMs or they'll make shit easy for you or, they'll flirt with you or whatever. You better be ready for it too. Because it's going to come if you work on yourself, if you improve yourself. So this is the advice, man. You can go and apply this stuff, but as you should know by now, I do have a program where if you're looking for support and guidance and accountability, like you want to become a sexy beast, right? You want to handle your dating life, you want to get the girl, right? And you're looking for that guidance. You don't want to kind of try to figure things out and shit like that. You'd rather just trade, what do I do? What can I, you know what I mean? And me hold you accountable and all of that. It's an 8-week program that I've designed to turn you into a sexy beast in 8 weeks. That's 60 days, okay? I believe you can do it in 45 days, but I give you 60 days just to give you some extra time. But we lock in. You come to me with that commitment, right? What's your commitment level on a scale of 1 to 10? Where you at? If you're committed, 9 out of 10, I could get you the results, man. I could turn you into a beast. I'll show you the process. It's not hard for me to teach this stuff because I just show you what I'm already doing, okay? And then you just take this shit and you just go with it. And watch, first week, you'll notice the difference, right? Because you're unleashing the beast. There's a beast, he's sleeping. You just gotta unleash the beast, that's it. All right, so that's the name of the program. It's the Unbreakable Beast program. I turn you into an unbreakable beast. You no longer can be broken. You no longer can be shaken, right? You know what I mean? You become disciplined, you become sharp, right? You become more of an emotional communicator. You become more powerful, more influential. Right? So it's not just with women, you just become a beast all around. Your life gets better because you're more in control, you're more responsible, you're more of a king in your kingdom. Right? So that's what it is. It's an 8-week program. It's one-on-one coaching. We jump on a call each week for 8 weeks, and I'm giving you steps to help you achieve your goals. The program is only $9.97. Okay? $9.97 to change your life. $9.97 to unleash the beast. Okay? That's it. So just hit me up if you like more details, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.